and never trust NDC again. See, I a mistake this time. We should not do that mistake again in any other moment. Now, answer about the scammers, and so no, I have some issues which I have to talk about them. You will say, you know, you're saying, Kasam Fahon. Ninjane, Sabio. And never be a coso, a MPP, a man you conum. The flag bearer election about the question. There are a lot of issues, sir. So we MPP we are delegate to, we are delegate to. We will be our pro mind Ghana ye padia and a asona team. Some person can say, Mamusa suffer for binom. I sorry ye de day, and a young coupon akasachre me, and a young coupon at Hamame, and a yesu by me fear and ra, or the country them second day Japan a benwene, or munira or moboa, or munim di omoye. Lord, would they word them, what dorme, and Wakaba pa. Me at him ye pa. So young people knew. So young people knew. So we are Ghana nin kwa dia, and it's ye pa. I watch it, do can say, I like the topic. You're welcome here. Abuja, Canada Agyapong. He is or say party na ye woman no. Mimi apanyi samoro kuna me mwakwa. Party na ye woman ye nyina ye support na. Ye nyina ye wo one ideology ye follow no. Papa we de ne pese me nkumi nyane ne nkrofo binom epese o mun say party no. Said de be ya daachi bi. Kennedy Agyapong betumi agina baabi de ne nsasi ne bo aka se. Enamo no Kennedy Agyapong ne so. Enintia sabio MPP aban ana MPP amanyoko antumi ama aban mu biem na ye ya ne se Kennedy Agyapong a onumom ene tu ne hu si ho a na ogu asofofo anim ase wo Ghana man mu we ntse me da asofofo me my personal point of view, my personal opinion about asofofo, especially the one-man churches in the country, and yes, something no go there. Because man, I don't believe we say asofofo more man Ghana mu. E wo tumi bia Nyankopon fa won so kasa kire adasaman. Me believe say asofofo more Ghana nyina about 99% of them omo nyina yakohifo a krono ni awudie e na omo di ni wo man no. To me, Ghana asofofo chene politicians sika omo chene Captain Smart omo di omo afu ene omo kotoko na nam. Entime, first of all, I don't trust in any pastor. Fatu team. Na the entire nema make us a far suffer for home concern Kennedy Agyapong nensem ne say. Mati say a suffer for binoma so de nam Ghana man no mu a omo ahya ase ye e na Nyankopon na yi a kire me say Kennedy Agyapong be rene. Nyankopon na aka kire me say Kennedy Agyapong ono ne be lead the MPP party no into the 2028 election. Me be ma wo hweme. Eyentro omo bo omo huhwe omo ntehwe na mo enipa ono timi dina ne nan so ka kire mo asofofo se mu ya kohifo mu ye ntrofo mu ya wudifo enipa otimi ka kire se mo asori dan mu krompo no eye waste of time mo sa nipa no ena mo ene mo yi mo ho asi ho se mo ye campaign di ama Me be mai a wotie me adofo. Se wonim delegate bi. Se wonim sabio delegate bi. Obusuani bi a delegate. Oba bi a delegate. Wo fasi bi a delegate a. Message way. Let it go straight to him. Manente ne ho ase. Se Kennedy Agyapong you obi o antichrist. Temiye pa. Kennedy Agyapong o antichrist. Kennedy Agyapong enam greediness ne krono honhom e woni mu ntino. Oni an Christopher ntumi nantema ne yeye. Temiye pa. Krono honhom e wo papa we mu. Pese minkumi nya honhom e woni mu. Oni an Christopher ntumi nantema ne yeye. Me kan Christopher ankasa. A Christopher Nyankopon honhom ene ne tumi ejina won so no. Kennedy Agyapong tumi ne omo nante. Na mbom no Kristo ni obege se Kennedy Agyapong ne honhom bi won so Nyankopon yi a kire no so obe oboa. Kennedy Agyapong mom na atu asika ama na ode kan de oka. Tiemiye pa. Na abusia se okọ wiase amansan we ye da ho ya. Upe politicians a omunya tumi a omutumi ye niema mani gira ne nan so ye pa omudwene adwene kofom ekodwene sabio onni bie hu a all the time no be ko omu background no na omu ye hiafo fa no tutim pa se upe politician a obetena konya so a only any conflict of interest na mom na dwene se obe position ne man ene ne man ma in a condition whereby your mwabra bobeko yi a ubekomu no na saa nipa no na oyese bi awiemfo bi a nyansa ne nimde adokuru ne ti enu nti ena otum nya kwanya ebabedi party anase omayanim na mom se ukofa osikani so mra medi wanima osikani a wabi enyuma fa workers 7,000 ewo ye man no mu a se ukofa ne ba obetena se a oba be ye adwuma e de ama ono no ne interest ene se wo ye adwuma yefo a obebo modern se mra e be pass no enye mra bi a ebe ye den ebe protect wo adwuma ye ni no tiemiye pa ye hu bi pen ya ti bi pen ye nim de ye gina so a ye ka ni wi amema wo example no watiemiye pa obi a oye sikani obi a owo nnwuma obi a oye businessman se o ma ne bedi woman so a adwuma oba ba ye ne se oba be protect ono ankasa ne personal interest ene ne say ene ne kwan o mo be fa so mbetumi abu wana a wo ye adwuma wo man no because ono na owo ni business a owo ni nnwuma hodo a waba be president no onkotena wo se ye mfa mmra ne kire se ufa obi adwuma a wo se wo ma ne contract ufa obi adwuma a wo se wo ntia ne senate ma no ufa obi adwuma a wo se wo ntia ne health insurance ma no ufa obi adwuma a wo se anya hwe o ma ne minimum wage of this enye ne interest na mom ne interest ne se kwanya omo business communities no omo betumi adumpu oman ma no na omo de anya omo ho fatu tim enti se wo ye sabio delegate na wo pese wo kwa akoto abade akwa akoyi okandifo a obema sabio abrabo asi wuyi a saa nipa no nya ne Kennedy Agyapong enipa obetumi aye wadwuma mawo ama wo mpo no a wonni bi na wo nsem fata wo nso wo ho aba mfaso wo man num no ene ne nipa bi e friend Dr. Alhaji Mahama Bawumia because so no obetena konya no so a oni interest about say adwumayefo betua sika kese de ama workers. It doesn't go against him. Sanso no betena so a say wona wo nnwuma betua tax akese de ama oman no enya de bi ekogensi no, so he will be on it to make sure say obi owajima okronu bi betua ne tax at the right manner and the right way at the right time. Now we see protect workers in the country. Yahubida, Croya, me woman, your friend Italy, over the whole Europe, who can or mania or more, when can you say, almost salary, ever from pa, or mine or more country, our from pa with the whole Europe, where a crow with moi. Adentia, the woman said, in the year 2000, Abra no more create the European Union, no. Papa na no tie akonwa no so no omo so mo frɛ ne Berlusconi yes someone in the din wonim de oyeye enam so no ye business style kumunti no Germany for na omo nye businessman Switzerland for Austria for Belgium and Holland for na omo ye real politicians na omo fight for the common being of their citizens no they brought down people and making sure say their citizens will get much money from when they work. But enam se papa no na owo na adwuma onumom na tua adwumayefo kantino. He was fighting against raise of salaries in this country. And I'm no so ene kuro we ya metimi ba bi obeko bia any European country bia odi oman we a metimi ye salary be compare bia no ye de na wo from pa just because of who. Because that man came in power thinking about his business and not thinking about the well-being of his own citizens. Yes, Grace Abankwa ebetumi aka de mi kan ya kire ma me mo akwaba. De course no. It is a moye mistake. Na mo ma asofufuo bi no ma. Na anu na edi omo atem. Na anu na edi omo to egu abonte. Na anu na ye kan nsem kese fa omo ho. Na anu na ye kire se omo ye kofifo. Na anu na ye kire se omo scam amanfo omo bo amanfo kro no. Mo ma san krofo we ya san be ka kire o se enipa na wakese omo ya kromfo no na ye nipa amonkoto abamma na e so mu se omo agibibi ahye omo bottom. So say no to Canada Japan presidency and say no to Canada Japan's flag bearer what them call visionary either than so because papa no onyam pipi ni pio tiemiye onye obi odo MPP amanyoko no onye obi MPP amanyoko no ho do woni mu but oye obi ono no ankasa ne personal interest enum ti awonam tiemiye na politician ye gi tax ye free businessman ho papa timi kotan TV so di DMPP fo atamadenti ye gi tax ye free business owners ho ono na ope no minya be ma ye wadwini ye pa toto niam ye so that you make a good choice so that you choose somebody obey father for all so that you choose somebody omma medi wanim just for his personal interest. We and a message me person me nyamo concerning the flag bearership program sabio eba bekoso on the 31st January 2026 one PP amanyoko campaign ye nyansha ase but ye be sha ase ne abomo nkaye said ye be ya mo be kai na da bia no at right time no be say yes Canada Japan is just making noise and we don't need him to come and lead the strong party called MPP. Nana Oseboaten me mo akwaba ena me maami Grace Abankwa me ma wonso akwaba yi pa. Abusia for now. Let's go into the topic of the day. Once my country say the scammers are in power. Any time I'm telling you, my source says she video no mama. Any time and I'm the time you'll be. Now the entire mammy can send this for your scammers and they say they promise us of something different. Tell me pa. But I'm more opposition no. And some of them can't tell you no. And yes, answer no. And ne omo ye den. Omo eye edichire yen. The entire maker saying and say me be ma o hweme. Bra and this war opposition. Omo ka ya mane beto ye timu say. Na nado danko Akufo-Addo ene na aban eye trumu for. Na omo ye nipa Omo mpese omo be supporto amaye de mrabi abesi trumu fo kwan se da be omo ntimi ye omo ho trumu fo e wo Ghana man mu. Now let's go deep into the story. Ye wo nipa bi a sabio ade we oji si na ni so pa. Sa kwa no the friend is Sam George. Tiemiye pa. Sam George was the person I know yet the front liner in terms of this trumu issue. Not every day in out. Oh sorry, no digina. Ye would another danko Akufo-Addo so say on sign bail no. Na the Nanado ye no or no need ho obelewu say Nanado is somebody who is promoting a trumu in the country. And I'm also man crofo way a share that year then a create something we call demonstration. But there Sam George in NDC for share that could fear sika. And the man Ghana for you to say Momran Yankoye the day. Yankoye the day will crum. Yamma Ghana mine who Yamma Yasaman saying who say Yan NDC for Yan Suso Trumu so. Na ye MPP for bona boso mo fa trumu nye den emra ye man Ghana mu etumi enkoye dede na ye nkoto ntasu kokko mfa nkire na nado danko Akufo-Addo say be no nsan na ye nye den ye mra trumu ase e wo man no na he da bia na ye ka kire mo say every single message John Mahama and Nkrofo Edebeto Abontain during the campaign time. No, I can tell you on note say about 98% of every single messenger Nkrofo Edebeto Abontain was all lies. Everything was lies. Nene, you know what? I'm proud to say, and I'm happy to say, finally, Ghana for shall say, the lies ya and Nkrofo way, eba be did it Ghana for. Now, let me show you this video. Her video not here, her video way answer.
I realize Ghana you for your country, the nation man, your devotion, let us organize, and great and strong.
Okay, and this video ya men on na ye enye video bia say Sam Kwasi Ampanyini George, Mr. Boxer, Mr. Nigerian, Mr. Maboti say man Kenya ya parking wo bottom ye di free sawi awan sawi also e de bakumasi aba beton. Kwasi Ampanyini we na share that boa Ghana fo ano spending sika on them. Say omo nkoye demonstration say trumu no according to him no koso wo man no enti e wo say na nado danko Akufo-Addo nye den emfa ne nan si mra so na yenyi trumu free Ghana yenyu so mra bi emfa nta trumu achi na se na nado anye saade a na se na nado mbom ene protect anase promote trumu e Ghana man. Video no ne reniye pa me na me stake ba de ma me mo akwa ba tie ni pa Sam George akogina parliament anim to arise Ghana youth for your country. Serious pa. Sabre not opposition o. Sabre na Kwasi Ampanyini Sam George at opposition. Sabre na Jimmy Okuja to Abrakwa Alien Head not opposition. Sabre na John Dariga Dramani Mahama His Excellency not opposition. And no man no more to the war in front of Parliament anyway against Trumu. Monhe tie.
We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved in building our motherland. God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong. Go to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Fill our hearts with true humility. Make us cherish fearless honesty and help us to resist oppressors' rule. I will and might forevermore. And help us to resist oppressors' rule with all our will and might forevermore.
Yes, first of all, say ade bi ikoso wo man mu na uhu say opposition asori gidigidi say Mimia Evans Jabe no Mwakwaba asori gidigidi say yededa. What comes in your mind? The enkeba utimuni say the enkrofo we ye dear. So moba this will be the first thing that they will tackle. Tiemi yepa. Timpa. Now, asemneya, there is no single promise of John Mahama campaign messages. Omoba by more apart from some Mahama koto part. Tiemi yepa. All the unnecessary promises and crofo no. The only one that they have actually done something about it. And when John Mahama went to school to throw up what they call pad, sanitary pad. They didn't call senseless campaign message, useless campaign message, nonsensical campaign message. Entro. And it's a mimi show you. No matter for your more way, yanko.
I want to thank every one of you who have come from far and near to send a message to the Chief Justice, the Judicial Service, and the Attorney General of Ghana. We have presented our petitions. The voice of the people is the voice of God. They must listen because sovereignty resides in the people of the Republic and they exercise that power on our behalf. They must do as we want and as our people demand. We thank all church leaders, all traditional leaders, all imams, all persons of faith, all people irrespective of their political affiliation, of their ethnic background, who have shown up here. Thank you for making a statement. The revolution has started. We will protect the innocence of our children and we will fight against any influence of LGBTQ, comprehensive sexuality education, or homosexuality in our country. We will not allow for same-sex marriage to be in our country. The will of Parliament, which is the express desire of the people of Ghana, must be respected. On this point, we have just seen us.
Okay, and Tisautie and some George Bubogu Hoyra. The Okan say Trumu Baymani Bayma or Barney or Bar, our dear. Among Transe and Manenkoso. Now, dear Yanni say, all Casano, or Bobo a sofu for dinny. All Casano, or Bobo a comfort dinny. A him for dinny or Bobo, ye. And our Sambo Bo, ordinary Ghanaians drink, say, or Dalmoise, so Moaba. Na Obia, Ama, a buying any Mirasheba draft for Atiwonka. Na de akonyina ne se sabre no na nkrofo we na machire pia sika de ma asofofo akomfo Ghana fo ankasa influence omo o man no influencers any even the non-government organizations, I would say, omunyina form one tum no omunka semfantia trumu na omun consider omunya mananya te said sabio eye na nado danko akufo ado mom ene promote trumu e wo Ghana man. Na obi sam say RAZ adenti a obo video ni enti a me bone say and this for better akoyam bosome maako ensia ene yewura mi enti obi a wote akonya so a na wo priority on wote opposition a na niema binom eye wotan a na ene na ye your main campaign message no e ba ne sen ene obetena akonya mu a bosome we nyina atwam na still untumi yeden and solve that issue. Ninyina kire wo say and some of more catch in opposition no, they were all lies. They were things now they knew clearly say it is something that they cannot because where assembly or now can somebody will say maybe you support somebody or you support organization I from to move for Franco Fini and Mwakwa sa assembly or now can obi betimi atena ba bia dun se bia wo ye den wo support turumu na wiase ayewo yi memeti wo yi akosi akuma ye mede me pepa na so obi so nse ono ompa akosi akuma na oni ni be ma na be kwa akoda we nka ye mi problem da bia nya mi problem na me I'm starting even to believe say Sam George turumu oye bi there is a psychological statement to be aware to say we are say way omo ntumi accept say ebinum ye turumu for na kwete say eye anger bi wo mumu na asefo no e kire say omo background they had some intercourse so na ye turumu intercourse but eye na otwe ne ho free ho a na aba ba ya de bi eye ne tanya to the point say who say ebinum ye bi kura na wadwa eni bi ni Sam George item yepa Sam George me enko na nko hwebra na okọ school secondary school and all that boarding no there neto no e wo school mo because psychologically say wo trumu nya de bia wani je ho why you victim to it and I say why you be paying by your choice now ebinu mo ya ebetimi aye otan but won to me nya otan e wo nipa no so to that level temi yepa this is something like psychological means of knowing who is involved be man share say na ye di nkoma me na metim pefe a me tumu nye ma asem emfa me ho no metimi ne madam fukura di nkomo ayeden adi agro with some tumu ne ba bi se bia obeka asem bia about tumu a wo ne wadam fu no betumi asere but obi a waye tumu pen no a oye be ma wo ne di nkomo na oka tumu asem to make fun na wadwa because what can you koko psychologically ai eba ne sa what can you koko enu bi ne Sam George bra na ko secondary school no mo ma yen ko hwe de to no mo ma yen nkonko bisa onye hwan na eda wo dan mu ni roommate no ne hwan no ne share one room for long there na to no in his boarding school adenti or that hatred no so loud sir adentia because he has been to that society before and now he want to get out of it who be akofo di na chi watwi na nim hu na nim asa no so yehu no na wo pe ba pa na wo nim ma hwehwe a de obefo di wachi ni se wo di mo ba hwehwe na wo pe oba o ye oba everything shows so ye oba na onye be ma kakra oba kakra de Sam George nkoba akofo di wachi ni so wo hu de di na chi fatuti. And the reason why Sam George, it me put his leg on that. First, it was for political gain. Said the beya, omubenya Ghana for the shallow-minded people now. omo nwini nkwa achiri no omo bedi na chi. Third, ono ankasa no he has been either abused by Trumuni and now I be paying. Hey, I mean, what kind of the boarding school or more can be no, I can't some actually. And to some George, moment when I come with you. Now, what is Wally mean now? They say, Bra Nado, Papa Nyankopon children in before. Any I drink Kessie Ura, Dr. Lahaj Muhammad Baumia. No, Mudi Ghana Mayanim no. Minya Kojoko actually more cover yepa. Ghana from 43 or Mokasa a quite chili or more moano. Or Mokasa Jawom Omunina etu omuano esi trumu sam so. Amani beluku se bi o ya ban no mom na mpese ye di mrabi ebetwa trumu. But question me wo bisa ne se entina na do free Ghana ko nwa no so no. Sa value family value tradition ne culture na omode edwiri yasumu no. Ya to atwena na. Maybe so. Madam Fubi, or see me miss a question way. Now, until I'm washing. And to say, I now do Dr. Baumia, or when you're the frontliners of Ghana affairs, no. Say, you know, the family value, tradition, culture now omodi ye did during the campaign time, no. Sa value, no, ayana, culture, ayana, na. Tradition, no, says, Ababa, American tradition, na. That's my question. Until the Bia make us say, O mana yetimuno. Ye wo nipa binum wo ho a ya ma omo abeye hero for nothing. Nipa binum wo man no mu a ya ma omo abeye what? Celebrities for nothing. Binum wo Jimmy mamenka ensiso. Temiye pa. I know you could joke at this video and I'm on like my yen. A bit more Jimmy to the deep. And the nipa wa Jimmy. Yamana Babaye celebratia only bibia to show up. Obiem no wo camera nima and was a semon kwa. And I wouldn't be a Sam Crofonu Yinano. They influence a lot of people. And to know NBC Bekona Cotishan Quasia phobia Pierce Kadiama won. No more bedna bon tiaki candy or mope. Your mobecano, a yafana, a wura man 14 Masabi Sabi and feared the Asanin feared do no. A bear say would di one dance here, oh, cannot credit womb the chairman man, but Tomonte Aseda, and no being no modi and another danko Kufa Dr. Baumia. And one of my Dr. Baumia. And one of my dear Nanado. Santrona and Omudi Gu MPC so. So mum na pese, Trumutu Munkoso, Nanya Bia, maybe so, a Yasemka can maybe so. And the Kumasi actor, and I was a Naya was a one. Our bonity, Sakwan and Namhono. Nanado Danko Kufa, Dr. Baumia. Omunyama may be president. No, in them Kumasi or send not in a Mutu dada. As I could not know my bar and this in Libano. So no, you Trumutu. I then another Dr. Baumiana did Trumutu Madrico show Mutimana. Where you won or Barbema. But yet to me, Yanquasia Fobinum almost a million pen for almost 1 dream 1 dog. Et me jam bontain et a chili bedecke se a pam kaba, kama pa. Edi trumu sign bubo mu edi shenanado Dr. Baumia NMPP MPC nyina so mo no mo promote trumu e ma Ghana for GD ene me pomache o enti nanado na tie akonwa so ana ene me pomache o Dr. Baumia na ye vice president ana ene the majority in parliament e hemfo a e NDC for enti say no kore say and no say campaign messages and crofo way ekuku ye and the beto abonten edi twa ntro pam kabadisha na na adone Dr. Bawomiani MPP MPC no majority difference one. Omode beto was say a sad difference one majority no omodia hold the bill no. And the Senate here, and now me no say you should know say the majority in Parliament here in DC no. They are having about 188, which is absolute majority in the Parliament. When you are far so, Omudi America, and I do the so, Omuko sign bail for the one city per liter levy no. On one certain day, Omutimidi sign bail, no man by bail no. I didn't know to be used that the same method. Now, among farm process, the anti-gay bail no. And money man may effective in the country. I didn't hear. The entire moon to me and said, Sam Rana, you have actually isolated yourself from the rest of the world. Obia Hewanim Tibiepa. And we are living in a global village. We are saying a global village. Mihiawo usu hiame. Obia hiane yonko. And I want a international law. So every country must to abide by it, unless you say, "Oh, de omo, Saudi Arabia for no more, omo di omo." But say na do nim say, "Oman we are now developing, so I cannot go against the superpowers. I have to go in my lane to avoid sanctions on me." Na nipo mutumi di omo anokora timi downgrade our city. A fucking report to be a fucking statement to be a press report to be koye am I city no from 8 we shooted to 15. But Ghana for your banner chemo nsembunu mani so a amanfo tie yen ese yen MPP for yen kan okore ene ne ene na ene yetena ase MNDC for da yen etwa ntro ekeka nsema kese fa na do Dr. Bawumia ho so they are the promoters of trumu in the country omufura konwa no so no adenti amonye den monye bel no na onim bia ya bila na do dan ko akufo ado te konwa no so no ade bi se ya nsida so obi tumi nya tumi encouragement any ahom keka ekogina what them call Fra Square second is Independence Square be ma coffee omo anu twa photo de koto ntentan homa no so ebia nsida but enam nipa na wote akonwa no so enam ne personal relation a one nkrofo bi no mo wo enam namfu fabia ewo oni nkrofo bi no mo muntamunti no ene trumu fo timisi omonan edo omonan besi oman num ekogina yenka ne say ye one of our prestigious park ewo oman num yes symbolic to the independence of our country etwa picture say be man fe omo ano na ye dia beto na Minister of Communication kwasiampanyi na the cyber security shana say oye what oye the promoter of anti-gay bill no yente nanum asem wayira Jimmy Sam George pa kwasiampanyi Sam George yente wanum asem about this. Minister of Communication, the cyber security concerning these things are published up in the country. No, whoa. It is your duty to do something about this. But we in identity because in the boss a man warning say, "Ne sound kwasi asem no onya idea." Na busie enche bia hear this video. 2 days to election. 2 days to election. Listen to what Sam George said about Nana Danko Kufuado and Dr. Alhaji Mahama Bawumia.
Ghanaians go to the poll. We vote for one reason: the reset of Ghana. A vote for John Mahama is a vote to protect our culture, to protect our family values. A vote for Bawumia and Napo is a vote for homosexuality, is a vote for comprehensive sexuality education, and Ghanaians say no to Trumu, no to Trumu, no to Trumu. We need John Dramani Mahama to come and sign the bill into law.
Okay, so Abu Shayna to you. St. George on the mic. Sabato GH Mwakwaba. You kwa kubo atenso Mwakwaba pa. Abu Shayna say mon like it. Na mon share video no mama na yenko yanim. Aye. Da mo sepa. Sawate. St. George on the microphone. Oside ben okoto abade mana nando danko akufuado na bade eche Dr. Bawumia eye trumu aban na wakoto abayi no bese ye to abama John Dramani Mahama oba yeden oba betwem ena me no kasai John Mahama abreso ena trumu die no aba beye popular e wo man no ena me no kasai under John Dramani Mahama na bresu ena omoafa psychological way bi so e promote trumu temiye pa enkrofo we na makwan bi so e promote trumu a enye direct ye fe indirect promotion, psychologically creating awareness, sub messages to the people. We are making you feel say trumu exist. Ye ma wate ho ase say trumu no ewo ho eye adwo e no kre amanfo ye na omo ye nipa te say wo bi omo ho kra so efe entri ya man nipa omo free baabi umzagana for so ye hu fair color na ye dwa aha. And the NDC is now promoting trumu. Ye di kan afa kwan bi so e di afa utim. Ye di kan de kwan bi so no ama wate ho ase say trumu wo ho pa. And we have allowed foreigners to come in and shoot pictures from the Independence Square ho. Said the beya psychologically no ebeba utim self. There is a freedom for the trumu people to do trumu. And from fighting against trumu to promoting trumu, scamming no ebinye. Ya scamming mo. Because and the Solomon Mahama damfo. Sam George we ojina way during his high school time. No ni gay na da. Trumu partner na da woni dan mu. Asempa na meka chiro. Papa we your friend John Dariga kwaji sika sabio ena manu suntino on to me nye the ope so the on to me nye because in a namfufo ne omo ne twibom. But campaign time no ye best scamo wadwene edi intro twa kese de ku nipa so e ka de ye nim de fa nana do ne Dr. Bawumia ho egu MP se nim ase sabio eslo wusukura duru baabi no yesi eslo wusukura yo obi oni oba ne da kwase apanyi we ya ne kan sa asem no ene won ne wa aban mu sabio otan a wo fa ye tan a wo de tan na nando abufuo nkwase abufuo eba omu ade koto abadi ti a Dr. Bawumia na wa nkoto aba because of ensema nkwase we kan ye no ene akosi you say. Now we are rather promoting trumu in your country. And we are promoter, ye de space ya kwase we ojina ho ono ne control e na ye de promote ontumi nya hwemfa ho. Eto no na ojina ho ye dede. Ye ntie video no. Ni ma me British nkansa no akwa awapa. Momentie.
Ayazu, if you love the children of Ghana, if you love our family values, if you love your faith as a Christian, if you love your faith as a Muslim, if you love your faith even as a traditionalist,
You know that we do not support homosexuality. Napo must account for the money he took from UNESCO to introduce comprehensive sexuality education. Bawumia should tell us why he has not taken a stand against Akufo-Addo on the LGBTQ matter. On Saturday, we will vote against them and vote to make sure that we end corruption.
And this is we are going to vote for digitalization. So what you are saying here, and Crawford, they didn't know they're going to win. They never think of that because it was something unacceptable. Now, to me, who said Ghana and Liberia got to Abaman Crawford. Tio, maybe Mahama video be so actual. Aqua we say, Nanado, Dr. Bawumia, Omo a promotu, Tumutumu, Omon person of modern Mrabe to home. Now, all science will be who or bisa Napose when he was Minister of Education, Wakoji Sikabia for UNESCO for say ye Baba Church the family value was school. Now, Crawford aye strongly in mind. Say Obi Unyan in dear one near Babi Hua. You can understand it very well. That is a we nominate Jotunum. We are crying the Tata now nom Jot to a Mekuna Meboa and when last hour now numbi. But say ye trail the air Jot, the Edeba, Pine fashion and as for one case you decide not to smoke it. But then Crawford will be a campaign. But then from we are going to fight against it. We are going to make sure that it vanishes from our society. Yes, it's a wood dog, oh my manona, so dog, crown, war, my no more dog, who share war, my no ma, Kotua Batia, Dr. Bawumia. But then, says ye fresh, ye independent square, no, I've done it, but be a day, ye tumu coachere. Ah, Sacred is a exhibition. I Oscar nature me exhibition. Brofoba na metumi ayusu. And then ye independent square no. Adani ba bia ye di trumu ye koda trumu adie e de kire o man no say e wo ho e ya ade bia utumi ye ne for free e ya ade bia wo ya ahwento. But yet opposition there. You see a you be na promote. Na se wo do man na wo do man mana. Enkoto aba man pipi. Afede after all this no Ghana for ye jo Mahama na nisu ade hunu e ma no. Omokoto aba man ne so mra meye president. We mu ne ekobisa ne se momo se mo ba mo betwam. Na ade nti a mo ba ya dada mu nya ntwamu a asema Mahama kai no de tie we na ye nto aso. What is the video? Don't get mixed.
Mr. President, I do want to ask about the anti-LGBTQ legislation that we did see expire in Ghana earlier this year. A number of parliamentarians support reviving it. If it came to your desk, would you sign it?
The old bill expired because it was not assented to by the president. There was a legal challenge. Eventually, the legal challenge was dismissed, so it means that the president could assent to it, but it's expired. So the question is hypothetical. It means that it has to go into parliament again. And
okay, now so this is John Mahama acted the ball onto the legs of Sam George. Or say where you throw because any of your boy that's all they can go through. And your parliament and your juma is still fresh. Now the woman according to sources so I will be any actually say Sam George na this bill na ye then a call parliament. Enti Sam George kwasi ampanyi ne. Ojo Mahama say e was say one sign for bill no call parliament biem. And then so the Sam George Jimmy parliament resha munsam o de kwa he umfa nu na omo aye ho adwuma ma. Enti Sam kwasi ampanyi George but homodre na fabe no ko because Mahama say o twen say o de beba Yento aso.
I think that what we need is more stakeholder consultation to look at whatever new bill will come and make sure that we carry everybody on board. Proper family values are something we all are interested in, and we believe that is not only in the bills that we send to Parliament to regulate them, but also in teaching our children those family values even as they grow. And so looking at the curriculum in schools and inculcating.
Entity you see the hypocrisy of these guys. Sam George na or bo ucha napo adapa said napo a person ye curriculum bia near man school for the school no. Ye the betre ye be man nim dear e wo yen kan say enam me man and a me man and your bushy and semian church e wo school almost in a kwa di sika di and inti a oti asem omo ye but Sam George kwasiam panyin your own man I na me no suntu na wo ye dede wo man no then o ka kire Ghana for say and who here say the mirabi mom na be chichira amanfo se mo nyi trumu na mmomu no yenye dan yen sha ase enkyerɛkyerɛ yen kwada no since their early age abusuane ya mamere no yen kyerɛkyerɛ mo from the beginning concerning we me who trip say concerning sexuality na omonye aware of all the things said the be ya eni be gyina so more they are making decisions for their life. Sam George napo they now can find them no say eye bone wadi sika wa wi sika no eno na ene o boss na nkasa no all promote to say that is the best way to go. Enti which is which confusion ehe na efiri ba eye NDC for no na omonte omo ho ase ana say ye ntro ni adapa ne nkonkonsandie no na ye NDC for there. Say Sam George say ye kese ye di school be kyerɛkyerɛ ye nkwada nom wo sexuality ho a ye crime. But then John Mahama say he believe say enye mra na ye mfa nkotwam na mmom no ye nkyere nkora wo school na omunya nimdeɛ wo yen kan say sexuality ho abushamo ho ye wie mo ho kwaya nkrofo we afa so scam yen wa ho kwaya nkrofo we atumi afa so adada yen adokoro yen ade asikyire ni nsuo aka fra ade agu yanu ma ye techire maso ye dokodoko kwa yakwakwagi anom a ene omo kyere omo ho kyere yen yes ye ba sign bill no. There is no need of any consultation. But then Mahama says he wants to consultate people. We vote for a reason. We vote for a better future. We vote to make sure that the people we vote based on promises. And the number of people they were expecting saying papa buy in this year yo. Said Donald Trump buy our no. Sign of saying Kapoy buy and call you. As well as so chifa home. Now let's go to the bad side here.
Those values in them, I think, is the more important pressing issue that we must look at.
Would you be concerned, though, if we saw a number of institutions potentially pulling back funding to Ghana if you were to sign it? Do you factor that into your thinking around the bill?
Well, I believe that multilateral institutions should avoid getting into cultural matters. This is a diverse world. We have different cultures. And so I don't think multilateral institutions should include, cultural imposition as part of their mandate. I don't agree with that. If they decide to pull it, well, it's their prerogative. But I don't believe that multilateral institutions like the World Bank and IMF should include in their mandates how people behave culturally.
Yes, Mahama, na o safa ho e de. Adenti a o safa ho. Ana usu se se wo ko san a. IMF fofo institutions or mama Ghana my bossia when I'm more support to my no and I will say I'm be Ghana mana papa say media men say international institutions bit is IMF credit institutions hold on omo ene ko agreement ya e wo so omo nwene omo nkɔhwɛ kwan a wo kuromfo fa so live because we asena ye wo no obia wɔ ni su ne ne ban ɔman bia na nipakuo bia e wɔ ne na mamra na mamre ene na manye enti wonim we na wo fo so sɛ de tie bia na do nsan bel no na ene amefofo nya problem wɔn wona nim ma mena chichi na hye kona say I don't believe or better omu decide so dia ene ye omu asem enti na woni mu nyina papa say de kokuma nu fro papa enti na woni mu nyina wonim say it could happen say yes sir sabra na ne ekope IMF omu support no it could have been a problem for us. Hey, me say there is no dangerous party in the world that is superior than NDC. We are very, very dangerous and evil. NDC for evil in Canada, Agyapong. So to my God. Papa no, I think it's all same for NDC for her. We are nipa pointing to the point to say one take your timer, sound crofo Ombe you miss na obi omutimi koshia se yempe kwan bi so be magana fo ho akire won omo ato abade ati NDC omode ato abati MPP NDC fo omutumi kohye dan mu prane dia na ombetumi aya be magana aban na ado de dia nimu no entumi nya ahodene nya nyuma bi e wo se onye na Ghana fo ho akire won na se duru se yekoto aba omotia koto aba ma NDC one with the course of parliament, ye the bill ba na ye sikasema uhu de na omoye but ye ba na ye say ye the bema MP for bosan dia na omo asori de animu ye nkwane nkosan sa party no omo ye scammers wonam ho na wo gisa nkrofo we dia waton daache wonye wo ankasa wo die wonye nkwan wo die wonne wo ba ne obusuafo nyina daache waton omo nka no kore kete omo nka no kore awudi for pa wan ba pese lo sidin odina no eta fruta Ghana fo ho otwe ya di papa we yankosa kora ko gina ba bi kora kan se memem ba sa anti LGBTQ plus mbedura be betwam ekosi sei what is okasa fa ho biem waye nanim te se de panina tan odwam ene wayi nani ene onam ho ku until we mimi asami jasi mo akwaba until se dogo bi no na be ohun hwe na waye ku na onam ho ene odi sika odi Ghana sika man na wo minister of sport wo ho ye sanso we CEO of boxing in Ghana na president ban na air range international na ko kan Ghana for se ma wonka ye wowie nkrofo before they will leave power na ya ton Ghana no na ya ton age ho trema unam ho na channel ni aba ba che so ye nko oye me property ye nya hu hwe what is coming is even more higher and it's more bigger. Yes. Na omutumi di ntro na omo asanso di ntro na chichire omo ho. Kwase appoint Sam George make a promise to Ghanaians say John Mahama ba na wantumi anye sa adwuma na ono no Sam George e de asi na koma so say e wo se Ghana abanye na one Mahama wo pa but me bisa Sam George say it is 6 months today. Samra no Mahama nyansan ye na me bisa Sam George say wate ana ono so ska o scammer sa abujanfo mo kama mintie Sam George o scammer ni bia na Sam George also ye scammer na and jianso say o ye scammer because o promise Ghana for say Mahama ba na one sign bill na one ne wo ya tena sia ma wa yenya abotra twemwo for 6 months onyansan ye wankasa wo ministerial yen kan say wo ministerial sector ho no mom na ye de wo kuti aye no and just say Sam George, what is going on? Muntie the promise that this man gave to Ghanaians.
The LGBT issues, I mean, if you get a nod, how far would you hope to push it? The president, your candidate, when he was interviewed on the BBC, he said he would now look into what is in that bill.
You know, that's a misconception that's been put out. And I listened to that full BBC interview. President Mahama has been clear that he will sign that bill, and he has no option than to sign that bill. President Mahama will know no peace from Sam George until he signs that bill. And he himself has said that to the clergy, that as a Christian, as a member of the Assemblies of God Church, he will sign that bill. What the president said to the BBC was in response to why President Akufo-Addo has not signed the bill. And he said to them, look, what you, President Akufo-Addo, should have done, instead of rejecting service of the bill, was to have received the bill, stated what his displeasure is with the bill, which is what the Constitution says. The Constitution in Article 1067, President Mahama in his response to the BBC was referring to the Constitution of Ghana. Article 1067 says that when he gets to the president, he must within 14 days indicate whether he would sign or not sign. If he chooses not to sign, he then has to bring it back to Parliament and then state in the memo to Parliament the reasons why he's refusing to sign and add the recommendations to remedy those challenges he sees. Otherwise, within the 14 days, he can refer it within 30 days. He can refer it to the Council of State, who have 30 days to give him advice. That's what President Mahama was saying in that BBC interview. He was not saying that he now has to read the bill. President Mahama has read the bill. It's because he's read the bill that he told the clergy that when he becomes president, he will sign the bill, because President Mahama has no problem with anything in the bill. That explanation he was given was basically what the president should have done as a lawyer in line with our constitution, because the president's decision not to have service of the bill on him is unconstitutional and shows you how reckless and irresponsible Akufo-Addo is as a president.
So Dana do na mane o adwan ne amponchi we no mu nyina etimi bi omo ano eka kire so you are irresponsible. Hey Nana no Yankopon ma nkwantentere why ba bia wo bia oni oba de akire Yankopon ma nkwantentere na mo ntena ase enhwe nkrofo we how they are doing what they said that they were better in doing. Now Sam George say why o say Sam na Mahama ne how so be sign ache pa na the answer be sound direct question where you have to answer the question directly afa no be kire mrem emna kire mu be ni Mahama sema o kan ye wan kese obesan o osi ono no o believe say ye nya de foforo enti Sam George, you have to start your fight with Mahama. You have to start it. No, I mean a channel no akwaba. I was saying shase no ne Mahama mfanta ta so pa because we do hamo say no krepa say wo Sam George. Your aim was to solve this issue. Say am famranta ye kire ne na be ma sabio trumu so as eto atwa e wo man no mu a. This time is your chance. Parliament is your monsa. O president no si on sign. Shase na ye demonstration na we ye ne bi. Na ye nyina ye nkonkoto arise Ghana youth for your country. Bra na ye no nyina nkoto Sam George because na do breso no. Now we demonstrations akese na do breso no. Na utumi kada nkrofo koto arise Ghana youth for your country. Sam George, videos doesn't lie. Video we mu na wo bonyom pa arise Ghana youth for your country. Ena de ekosi saying Sam George. Sam kwasi ampanyini okra an sese yese unye jata biem. Oye okra. Me ma me afro me mo akwaba. Sam okra George. Ena de abane saying ena untimi nkoto sa anyu mo ya na wo to no da bia arise Ghana youth na kosi say tie.
Arise Ghana youth for your country. Your devotion, let us all unite, hold and make and great and strong. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved in building our motherland. God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Fill our hearts with true humility, make us cherish fearless honesty, and help us to resist oppressors through our will and might forevermore. And help us to resist oppressors through with all our will and might forevermore. Choway, choway, choway. Message to the Chief Justice, the Judicial Service, and the Attorney General of Ghana. We have presented our petitions. The voice.
Abusan for Ghana for a question here bisa Sam George and say we are all ready to support him to do a demonstration of this kind. Lady Posh no wakwa papa. Ye person can tell Sam George said we are ready to support him organizing such kind of demonstration. Now you better buy in numbers to make him achieve his aim. Me, I don't care. Hey, Obani Obade and family home. Beimani Beima de and family home. But who Sam George, I will say you one of your biggest problem. And now so the Koye campaign can kwasi asem editre nanado abino. I'm asking you, please, who organize the demonstration? May message that yes, come and nipa 20 mama support. But organize it. And yes, sir, it is clear meaning of being a hypocrisy. And it's a real meaning of being an intellectual liar. And yes, sir, it's just say, we can say a thief, a politician, a thief. Assembly and kind of doing your campaign, now your reason behind. And yes, all the barber quaje or mine, I'm on mine, no, I crab. Now, Momnani and I will fool any kakra obedie. Sam George. Ghana for nkwadano abusia for no nkwadano mo life no it is still need to be protected. Enye na nado nkwa abreso na wo say yem protected omo Mahama bresui osi onsan bell no enti organize another demonstration na ye nyina ye me protected the youth said na wo kan o video no ai okotre de na bodwe anyanya man anyanya nkyere de ai yes yeah anyanya nkyere de usuro. Sam George, ye hwe wani mu pa. Ye hwe wani ye krado. The youth of the country need you. It is your time to show your power. It is your time to show your power as a minister. Namo, ye mo promise Ghana for someone nya mo a Nyankopon o hata soro oni ne betua moka. Promise ahodo enkwase akeka. Being opposition is being in heaven to the NDC. They promise heaven and hell. Omo be draw hell in kwana omo de magana for. And then money they act here no. The ekoso no. Na yewura afenyo markets wa asem bi kan yewia na yakọ Professor Jampo so kakra na yakọ yanim. Yanko.
Urgent critical attention. Yet after 6 months, the changes that we expect remain unfulfilled. Mr. Speaker, the government promised that the proper human and sexual right bill will be pursued. Mr. Speaker, it's been 6 months. Our friends then in opposition use the anti-LGBT bill as a major campaign tool. They made strong public declarations in support of its passage. They staged press conferences, issued statements. Ghanaian people every assurance that they were committed to defending family values and enacting the bill into law. In fact, some of the loudest voices championing the bill came from this very house on their side. But today, when they have the power to act, when they have the mandate and the numbers, the same people have gone mute. There is no government-sponsored bill, no clear position, no timeline, no agency. Where is the principle? Only silence. This is not just disappointing, but we see it deliberate. You are coming here with an urgent bill.
It is George. Parliament for Crossing your word, no more they are ready to support you. Because they say no more numbers, you know. Promise now, more promise giddy baby cap. When now I don't know what didn't take Ghana for crack or top Obama microphone. Any more that. Omunyina omo bombon who say oba be NDC MP omo sheda edo contest how far you are doomed as na ya chusuwa omo bombo the member parliament onye slave queen na abujabo fa chebe no tu amna no tu tiafi wa bon brofukuro onimuka we nom na say de omukodi o man Ghana ni tie we
say no to drug abuse, no to trafficking, and yes to the protection of life.
Sawate ai we nom no mo be di o man anima o man ya reset no we nom an e di o mo be ye entiabusi NDC de omoye scammers pure men fasa binto ho. They have scammed the whole country. They have completely scammed everybody. But now no nesifu now other nesifu say omwate jiriga omunkwa adwuma biem. And this is for the okay, don't worry. You know be say share biem. You be di komo, we are going to solve it. Up to now. And this are buying to many nurses for no share in commonias in your position. I George and ask them, Mr. Untia, I Papa Untia, Jack Mintia being. Woe from Jack Toronto. Papa now fed Jack Toronto no. Nabreso, did you hear say nice be a tetrega? Aye. Papa now fed Jack Toronto no. What is a teacher for AJ Trigger? Papa na Nebreso to say Obida Sumo. Everything was working perfectly. Mobile, you know, such a short possible time. The incompetent NDC has been able to show Ghana for say, omuye incompetent tampa. Omo show bibia, and now everything is clear. They are not so until and then we in assume. Omo so alaba no omo agi, enso omo nkoto, omo te omo piga. Aye, I was like video ni enko yele. Omo so omo nkopa adwuma, emo obi papa. Number omo kopa adwuma de ma Sharif ne papa. Omo ate omo asum. Aye, me na memo, no obi bua me na memejo. Ye kai e na mo ante. And the nurse for no gusu esu en che bi ombasian ko strike biem. Me say, say ye wo now ye circle a untumi na na ma ye kan say a square untumi ye square da man ye ubewu square ubewu circle. I see the new name for 247 is Kilantia. Aye, on Tiobiaka. Now mutina ye and another danko kufu Dr. Baumia a yen to ye papa. Emma Sabio the CD value no shares ye pleke up. Nkamo. Mo pan and covered beto one and amotigana kunyasoa. Kene Okangana say China. Kayato Yatoanji and FasoOkrapi Biafa. Engrofowe. Amuyen Kontumpo for right. I dollar man. Was it the new name for 247 is Kilantia. Kilasion Tio Biaka, a teacher for Achra dear Posumi Dunie, ye Pia onka. omu bi omo anu so mbeka ho asema ye boro won anesefo will demand in government with the past government abanwe ba ye oso mpenesi bi ani mahwe ena yete ho ena ye yi ani ena ye hwe won ena asofofo agimifo akromfo no omote asore da mu bose ena asofofo nkwasiafo binom so ti ba bi ye campaign makana de Agyapong na munyina nyankopon metua moka nyankopon be dan obetua moka setino na esi afre kwasiampan ni bi Professor Jampo na ba na so let's go to another one papa we Akufo-Addo aban nsema akọ we aka fa Akufo-Addo aban ho because of galamsey ene Mahama Baya yesi oye the CEO of Ghana Shipping Authority professor of political science in the University of Ghana claim to be a neutral person in politics every weekend not TV3 news far and some say yene not hope and I made a politician and I made I'm talking for the benefit of the country and I made I'm preaching for the country to be better and I made I'm preaching for the future of the young man. Professor Jampo oyan DC ni chen ni panyin omo wiase intellectual dishonesty kuno oyewu akakra intellectual dishonesty be kuno Professor Jampo papa wo chenkrofo ade ma omo pass exam sa wo de wo court ne pass sign omo certificate ma wo it ya ka boso in a as a professor of a university chenkrofo ade ma omo nsua wo ma meto so obo aben na fa promote omo a da bi we de fa auto badge certificate na auto hoye fa auto badge certificate na auto hoye sana ndis in the protect unte yentimanyi wadi open ni paboni bi o man no bia na okomokomo de ndis achi udini bi a wadi bone kase power man no bekom no support ndis Professor Jampo say nyedai Professor Jampo say we should declare state of emergency because of galamsey because sabre no na MPP aban na tia konwam yenko dem ko tie Professor Jampo sex for a degree no yenko tie na numasem when NDC was in opposition and when MPP came in power when NDC came in power momenko tie
fact must be made, the point must be made that where we've gotten to, we are not going to allow to be doing the kinds of things that they do in postponing solution to problems like this. So quickly, they hurriedly said they've put together some interministerial committee to do what? To meet stakeholders who are agitating again. No. It's not.
Professor Jampo.
About interministerial committee. We are not honoring any invitation of any interministerial committee. The demand is simple: declare state of emergency, place a moratorium on mining, whether legal or illegal. Let the water bodies regain their territory, their integrity, and then once the water bodies begin to regain their integrity and they are clean, we would all sit down and talk. Nobody is saying.
A few moments later.
Okay, na MPP abane tia konwa so ntina Jampo search for degree. He was promoting say yen declare state of emergency. Akwa we so sanso ye political science professor. Enti onim what is about politics pa. Onim politics mu ye pa. Onim say declaring state of emergency no. Enya de be ekoye den solve the issue of galamsey. It has a lot of backfire on the economy. Would declare state of emergency, investors be joining from mining. Would declare state of emergency now banned completely mining of all type, legal and regular. Your economy will collapse because Ghana na yetuom. Mining is one of the major sources of our income. And the professor which the political sense who name politics ye it make us a state of emergency na yete ho ne yedwin sa akwa we okasa because odo man ne yete ho ne nim se kwasem panyin we ne kasa o kan nyina no it was because say opese oman no enkoyie ne yete ho na akwa we ya ema to e na osori ote you consider as a professor of a university as any state of emergency in a moment whereby the economy of the country was on its knees. No, ye de day. Adentia, akufo adone na akufo adone ba omia de. Omo de, ye kum omo kura ye. Ene, Mahama bedi akonya akwa we say before no sinya frame ye ko ye a stakeholder consultation dia ye nikra emergency direct. Na and this bedi akonya na omano a CEO of Shippers Authority there, Kwasiampanyi Wetie the Okati.
A few moments later.
We've been told that the president, commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, will not just get up and declare a state of emergency. In fact, yes.
So what? And then they'll say, President to me sorry at once. Now only declare a state of emergency. They are not say Akufo-Addo no. Just 6 months ago, no say Akufo-Addo declare state of emergency. And then Kwasiampanyi we see that be untumi sorry declare state of emergency sir.
Saturday, I made this call, and we had a government official also texting in to explain that President Mahama will have to take guidance and advice from his top security heads on how to proceed on this. And once he's properly advised, he will do the needful. That's what we've been told.
So what brofo? Say stakeholder consultation no. Odikankan one another was in power say ehu hia enti all kasa wo ha no kura no hu asem on fan hye ho because osanka say stakeholder na onankasa ni team no kai de waka so he was trying to find a word to replace that Kwasiampanyi yankopon osinsen so obetua wo ka woni wasefo nyina ewo how far you have deceived Ghanaians because you are not an ignorant person. We are well-educated person. You use your conscience to talk about it. And it's our cambonia. Deliberately, need that home and our decan. Okapapanswa, deliberately, because you'll be a Wasian woman to what you know, you ever find a said dog. But we need bonnet. You would mean the obedient or minor, Yansem. Wasia Jimmy comedians. I'm obedi on my show. Nabusia, neighbor of Yanko. I can't claim a beautiful license up to. I can't clap. We do a last hour. Mokama mena. Mokama mena say, but Umianko Kofa. Of anything, drones are bad. Or the baby cat a ma adaja aheno. Or no, yes, your friend Hannah Bisu. Yate Antigala, Yate illegal mining tax force. Yet the soldier for no one yakuburam intimacy mine illegal mining. I know. And then there, Yama maybe or say a friend Hanabisu, the NDC woman organizer, national woman organizer, the CEO of Mineral Commission found Ivan Hanabisu in the person of veterinary officer and Kwasiafo Nkwa na di omubu omano. Maami we ya share create content, social media content e wo wurem. Enti osora na onenam. No ne China fo bi na akoye ya to say ya akwa prepare how to stage to say the or no way on na moyi wakwakoche illegal miners or a social media content creator. Now you know what the NDC is doing. The NDC is trying to what? Make this woman a hero from nowhere, a hero for nothing. They just want a woman with his face to be attached to being a hero or no na ababe AC that I'm saying I say. NDC indirectly is what? Promoting this woman. Ye be any hilo onye remo minor. Ye be any hilo the oye nyinane say or critique content on illegal mining site. Na video me bo akire we hwe ebe ye wa werehɔ sɛ hana bisu so akwa China for na China for no sere no edinachi hana bisu exhibit how stupid she is ne nya nkwasiafo edinachi etwa de begu social media so that I'm saying ye nyina nim sɛ ndisi for na mo ye I district chairman regional chairman for omu no mu gu wuram e na omu ye gadam say ndisi for nko a. But to divert your attention to yakofa kwasi aba we on the hweye na odi o mine sika for free no say onko wuram no nko twetwa nkwasi video mfa megu ho nkire ye say or fight against gadam say yenko we video no mra yenko
mo sense when you akụ inspire no is it yana no way no it's come demo
Bawini, you pour water. You're supposed to be. You want drink good water? Give me. You are Katia. What are you doing, Katia?
I'm a visual student. Technical, sorry.
Technical student. So what's your strength?
I mean, I offer DC.
I know that I'm saying fight na kwa motivational speaking so. I say to fight that I'm saying no. A motivational speech and
building and construction. So building and construction, it has nothing to do with the galamsey. Yeah. And you educated. You see the school close to where you people are mining. You've mined all around that school. Do you think those students, they have a chance to get to where you got into? No. And you see how you endangered your life. So if you divide 500, those who went to school, me, I didn't go to school. 500 by how many days you work in a week? 7. 500 by 7.
6.
6 days. 500 by 6, please, quickly.
83
huh?
83
cities. Me, I have fun. I farm. I do maize, I do plantain. I plant plenty trees. This year I'm planting 100,000 trees. Me, I planted 70,000. The last 30,000 is on the way. I'm doing plantain and doing all sort of things. When they work on our farms, we pay them 150 a day. And it's very safe. I'm not saying come to work on my farm, but I'm saying that there are jobs out there that you can do and earn even more than this danger. Or because you think that when you do and you take the sand, you can also put some small in your pocket and go and wash and see if you can get some small one that will give you 100 cedis. Huh? Okay, so we will take your details. Okay? Yeah. We will take your details. When the police finishes, we will take it from there. Okay? Yeah. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know what the law will do or the law will say.
Yeah.
But if you're out of it, say no to illegal mining. Okay? There's something called responsible mining, cooperative mining. What you people have done is bad. And I know I say you are a victim because you want something. Local fuel to chop, right? And KTI. Your parents spent money, Ghana spent money. We don't do this. Okay? Yeah. So we take your particulars. Okay? When the
you see, Adani content creating. Hanabisu etwa content ewo illegal mining site or the Gini Dean NDC has taken on said they are going to promote her. Yashada said we want her to become somebody like a hero, a hero from nowhere. That is what the NDC is doing. The video way, now me a phone license too. Enforceable, where you are setting. And then the fighting that I'm saying has turned to be motivational speaking. Fighting that I'm saying I've done a comedian. Fighting that I'm saying hey, and you want us to believe say a China for Oko Mosaitia, Omukita pop gun, pop action guns, Omukita AK-47, ni tuwa kesi amu eduno. Uhana bisu, ono fose banku. You are able to stop them from doing what I'm saying. Me say a bang way, a banya I find the scammers government. Everyone in it is a thief, and they are all liars. They deceive people, and they have nothing good to offer any Ghanaian. Abuja for me don't see here. Me ding any Mr. Mafo ha RAZ Media GH. Me da munyina se munya akwanya na moneme ebedi djuma yi ma bie phone lines na to utumi frɛ na waye den wa kyerɛ wadwen ɛwɔ show no so eti efiri bere we ko bia na utumi frɛ na wa kyerɛ wadwen number na down no you can call it on WhatsApp. Yes, by WhatsApp we can pick your calls so that you can also come and tell us the ordinary a fine summer. A dear big website, who may end a 5 minutes call. Say that you be answered to me after the now, be answered to me actually again. The dear phone lines not to me. Put to me for now, actually again. Abra, you can't say call, but I'm going to some George video way, name for being said a crack.
On the LGBT issues, I mean, if you get a nod, how far would you hope to push it? The president, your candidate, when he was interviewed on the BBC, he said he would now look into what is in that bill.
You know, that's a misconception that's been put out. And I listened to that full BBC interview. President Mahama has been clear that he will sign that bill, and he has no option than to sign that bill. President Mahama will know no peace from St. George until he signs that bill. And he himself has said that to the clergy, that as a Christian, as a member of the Assemblies of God Church, he will sign that bill. What the president said to the BBC was in response to why President Akufo-Addo has not signed.
Hello. It is saying, Yankopana don't be the avocado. Watch out. Medabon Swasi, Medabonian answer, most support. Yeah. Oh, your life, pa, Ethiopia. Ethiopia, yes. Aja. Kramusum, yeah. It's you. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Muslim. Aye, no one can say Nikrum. Yeah. Yeah. How may I be Jeffrey 7?
Sika wo nyina.
Yeah.
So doctor say ene a consultation wa jai politics na ose wo tena say aye consultation adwuma. I'm telling you say Sika will be making it in a month. Kennedy can't make it because the guy is a technocrat. He is he knows how to make money and he can make money.
Yeah, of course.
Genuinely. Clean money. I know cocaine Sika. I know Sika. Now let me tell you something. Se bawumiapo ana NDC tumi horo no enya ne ho nsem ede ball nyom eye campaign ya na ni asumasi Kennedy. Minia wa wisha Kennedy ba ufi say NDC be campaign party dabi
the benese nka
wa munye campaign
e ma ne asorofo nkwa na be ombeka sama NDC ai na edbibi
Mo.
akọ na wie.
Very good. Very good. Enti Kennedy so we are badwemba we are NPP ni na wo do osono amanyoko we na wo do mabusua we na wo dwene ko achile pa. Listen, never consider somebody like Kennedy.
Yeah.
Yes. Now me can say we dey atwam so. Omo mudi doctor, omo didi na tem kan sem. The Ghana Christopher ye nya atwumampa. Ghana Christopher. Ghana akamfo ye pasem surasem. And ye nya atwum ye jimifo to extend say ye jimi ankasa. Ye beka to ya adwumu bi che say asepia to ye say me dwene amenti ase. Kennedy to me say NPP benefo nyina ye nkwasiafo. Ono problem who the reason why in here or sa party way. Na we try no ho akwa ba. No ma o ye nsem o kan ya o de yen ko opposition. Na nipa we ya ba se to abama no. Na ne ho anye we hi. Ne ho anye we hi ama ne ho anye wo wanwa kakra po. Since you are also division among the NPP. Kennedy woman the contract or yepa NDC for contract no or ye ne pa.
Oh, jepa say o ma bone pa.
Oh or bodjuma or you be or ye juma kasa. Or so obey wa or ye utumi ye wa nkasa. Into or ye juma no. My NDC for bonabaso and we say yes, Ken. Ya de share den sano. Why execute ampa? Why ye? Now me the way twam quickly. And now me know kasa yi. Me offer si me no a omo beko school September. Me koto school fees. Ghana for nyinanti o. Mahama say one want to mean school fees said nanado school fees no. Oche your friend say school uniform.
Yeah.
Me no wo kasa yi. Wo mo ye bienu. Obi a school uniform. Mpaboa, ne bibia, books, yeah to bibia. Into we ne reciting no. Enianom. Ye won samka, ye wo ekon ai be yanim. Ye wo so many mistakes ACC wo Ghana nka wo se yetumi unite as NPP. Ye platform ni na te said ye wo adwuma wabo na nwumre yi. Wabo adwuma nkasa wa kan sempi. This is what the NDC needs to hear. The NDC needs to be punished. The NDC needs to be pushed. Okay? Or more opposition. Yes, NPP need be a more. When you come not Sam George, after press conference. Some press conference. So what you say? Into normally Jimmy NDC 4A Jimmy no. Kennedy on paper be into na onye di. Na on want to me. When say NDC buy or mama na juma ye coward nti. On to me more machi ba ko pose. Akana no atu. On to me so gasa. Na yeja ho akọ ye friend sen Kwasia George so yi our friend who jata yi oye Jimmy for pa
okra George
oye any mo oye okra pa oye Jimmy for na ne nsem mienu ana enwumre meboso wọ́n say we asem ye say wọ́n twa ya na ye chikrofo a ya na krofo a wo ho no sa akrofo bo wo mo yonko krofo pa what's that is way ya ye chikrofo ye pai krofo awi ni nya chi na obi o ye krofo o mantem no bo obo no pa woni bibi Sam George obi a o ye gay enye so obi na eka
I see
me na meka cho
I see
yes now oni ni man bi e friend ni a o wa kra na asem we me wo tape bi wo me hwe ye o de nsem bi baba Sam George ye gay ankasa ani ye fa ne to pa
I see
yes the boyfriend any ni papa bi no oton cement
okay
e wa denta area ho Sam George na into America say ye chi kromfo ebo kromfo sin obi bia
of course
yes ye de ne ho nsem beba at the right time a ye dede LGBT one pre wa free LGBT mo one say wunni sika ani ye fa wo to
okay
or started life yes sana di wait wa wunni bi no ana wo anu akuntu na e di amount
yeah boka kra
penini bowa yes penini bowa no apeka kra ma into ono benya sika be ye MPP no start or yes and yes ya member be ono no to me emfa grofo ona na ye fa no
okay I see
ana George free free your friend is saying LGBT or free mu game ni your ministers your asofo your penifo bebrebe your doctors minia ade we nipa ye no bebrebe enti George okaho awa ya ni wajai ana wa sorry
and intena no den o ha adwene no o ha manfo adwene wo ho no I see
yes wono ya fa ne to sa it is here wo hunu normal air koso na aye ni say eye ni time ana wa famu so pen ana on to me so share the life experience e wa bonten am obi ponti say hey say na my ya me pen and as my pen te enkra brabo nye easy
that be kuranya easy ni awaba mo no asumba ye she
mo asuba she enti some George nam we on pebre wono so obefa handkerchief aton ana obeton bibi ka ai obeton nsuo ni dabi enti wono ode ne to ana no deji it may look nice to fit into the system into LGBT in some abai they politicized it ene e ho asem te sen
Obi anka ho
oh
asem.
de asi
Aye.
obi anka ho asem na na do nyame ene ba omi anyame ne NPP nyankopon asori punish NDC for ye wo preach against ye nyina ke kan sem nyina na ene o se nyina ACC
I bounce it back to them.
obi tire se to forcing or then killentia
Yeah.
mo or you killen suntiaba and the ministries in Ghana they are not spending the money all in the name we say you must see the new value now like how long will this even continue minya the government does not he doesn't want to spend sika obeto ya NPP pegu hono and one go ana odigidi dollar 10 point something dollar yes hey and the people are suffering. The people of Ghana are suffering but you will see kagu John Mahama say yeni enti and ministries no omoko ministers na all many new because unim the grassroots of NDCC here minia omu sugu omu yemu papa opposition for cry ya cry mu on fast was in wo ma be ye dede akontokwa the party we have power because why kilantua anotisika ne so
Oyinani
ato forcing oyinani ana send the boss a man instruction say hey twentwen so boanza masika bi anko ministry bia Haruna Idrusu who de onya no ho because why education ho omo kra ne minimum yes yentua wo mo ka obia so soon to me in cash because supreme leader Kwasi Mahama ono tia konya so Jimifo some George started actually letter come and say boss what be there a bill no yen sha se nya ho yi I'm telling you from an insider.
Okay.
Sam George nearly lost his position as a minister.
Wow.
Yes, in March. Mahama Bufu no. Say, hey. Don't start this. We have important things to deal with, not LGBT. In March, March. The independence we Anna Sam George. The first way I'm not sure letter come Mahama. What is here? This asama. Nah, sometimes they say within NDC, you want NPP for whom. Within NPP, so you want NDC for so whom.
Yeah.
And the secret be obey beer. Afani will be able to be answered.
Yeah.
Ye NDC for ye NPP mono. You want NDC for ye mu.
Yeah, of course.
An NPP NDC for yes, you want crop for whom. Jubilee House, you want crop for. It some George Trell letter come and the boss pen say, hey, you have to be careful. Because Mahama Nankasa or Namhono. Nyami Nini.
Neho asem.
Eba gay sama. Or no, there be evidence. So I be. Now George dear, me a fan too. George dear, or no, they make me the menses in me book. Aka. I'm in the boy. Papa, no sabi. Or fan or yes. By a penny crisis here or but Mahama dear, minim na on person economy, the Western world, obiade na ni business say, hey, I don't legalize LGBT 190 economy then no. So, George can happen or say, hey, catch it. Pasa we in a tour. Chayansa. 80 million. Ghana form fan show my dream was say LGBTQ and Nadia Mahama war by the sign. One of the court parliament beam. But Nadia war by yet. It wouldn't yes. Campaign messages are woman kasa burgu hode ma NPP no.
Oh, and they be I offer.
So what you say? 2028 and go with the 6 months pay you. Then some ya go normal internet record go about these people or mabai. Would the young to the next year or two. Ube hunu sama ibenya.
Evidence
Ghana for
based.
sitting mo evidence based mo ye campaign a wo mre na onim the NPP ba be ye this year o man ka so mo nim enye we a secret open plan NPP since your NDC for block communicators say wo mo ma ye friend say TV station ne FM station kwan mama for nkasa ne ade na onim the ebe ye ye the cars near the screens at the abobo, okay?
Yeah.
Now you're the mic, you're the speakers. Now anajo, and I say you remain now. Now your campaign. And on those to Mr. Pobia.
They say free land. Everybody can do. Yeah, democracy. Yeah.
Very good. Now your boys, Egadi. Now woman, now Mahama and some okay, yeah. Throw mucha in a near each rank of one year. Would you draw a bit market 1 year beside the way okay, why market for Nabeka said, Draga Mahama or nye. Enti dada noa. O to be so nye. Dada na no diaba. Oba ye nyina dia waye. A wiase nyina hunu aka ho asem so true. O de pad e kosoro e cheste ye e boy ye. E pad up to now ye nche pad mankola wo school. You just settings.
Setting. Just
Launching.
to showcase.
6 months new. 6 months ni. Ghana kolabia school ni ye ma wo bia pad. Ye ma will be a pado, and so musica, wajedi. Teacher for sika iguho was meant for my woman because wama instruction kill and tia snaso, yan fanya din. Na you see the no, enya warding. Intimania, me de manubisi na Ghana no, the tiani de minia reverse gear.
Yeah.
Reverse gear.
And a ship.
And ya de Ghana, yes, and a ship. I'm telling you. And the just a bibi hen kakra pe na just say yakopem reverse na yeko. Et we are Ghana ni na what to call must see am no ka say. Me nya hope bia obabia. O sorry abom paye. Say nya me mfa ye nkon kakra up to 2028. And then me no ka say foreign investors obi am person obeba Ghana. Ghana and Nanado. Now Ghana is the most peaceful country in Africa. Now you're the number 2. And then when in Ghana that you're the number 7 in Africa. Google search obia me no kasa bia or search she. Me no kasa yi. Under NDC Ghana is the 7th position. Ayan ko bi na. Why? A true trust them. Check the internet, people watches it. Will show ya who ye. Unim sa America 40. Ya won penifo mutie. Ya won penifo mutie a o interpreted o interpreted ye kanyina. O interpreters o interpreti ye kanyina kasa o ntina. O intelligence wo a o mutie nyina. Listen, and to kwa NDC for kon ye after elections. They da o yes e kanya o twe. And I know kasa Ghana mantemu bia obi otio. Nan kente sa mantemu babia obeko bia o kan fie 10 a emu 3 eto obi otuo a eda ne mpase because aban na aba no obi nim ye besichina aban na aba no or the rumble style intimidation or the gidigidi onim persuasion aban a on person obi be criticize no ene kwasia Mahama aban abaya sabi the leader was one person will be criticized no over for montem who can NDC for some see near show and a TikTokers in show and people are crying to the world. Now the world is seeing it. Ya issue Ghana warning say foreigners Ghana cheye me honyo masanka what be that ya wuyi what is asem will you what be that and Ghana that number 7 education na ya that number 1 na we Egypt everywhere Ghana in Africa South Africa for crowd develop no amount to ye and the question say that say and the NDC the Ghana share reverse aye hia nyame na Ghana software da bia me kase omofu anomodenam and your friend is saying journalists omugu Ghana are very wicked because why Ode awudro kra ko Ghana. Na wo ma wo musika se bo hu dawro. Oba ko bod dawro sa de we ed pa obi amankof. Me say obi pese okum Ghana for bitumi okum Ghana for nyina within a day or two because or the beko koma FM station kwase bi. Pamanisika bo hu dawro. Ebi ni NDC. Oma beton adrunyonyo de amayen. Na si kire gu ani. Afe ye no mu ko ase kakra no. Ani ehu se yaboka. Adro no enyo no pa any NDC apai. Eti obi amompaye se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia etrimopo ene na dwen pa no mapa ne hyehyɛ ya wode ma Ghana ene NPP nyina no on February 2028 January 31st inyi no no ma medi anim ye be che busuafo nyina ya menka obi a so ho
ya menka so ho bra ye be tie ho nka
yo okay yo bye
yes you opinion of free matter that was a no submission very 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 intellectual and very 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 nice me that's a no contribution me say na emi aba kon efre yen ye bra na kasa na o kan sem tina they no wanted to stop him nti misra wa am fan cheme am fan cheme of course be o ho ba for long for them to express their point of view. Yes. The position when ultimately like a video no na odon sa abo share no so this information button so. Panyin mi mo akwa ba.
Yeah, RAZ.
Aja, it is saying.
Never had my yo. Mozwe.
Oh, yanko pala do ma ho na yo.
Na, yeah, funny say. Send me na make a crack. Na.
Oh, lie.
Na, anami lo mi TV na yedede.
Okay. Yeah.
Na, your friends na no dia e course wa. Yes, South Africa. Ayi ntumuntu from you know South Africa so US you won sha dan tin nsem no moyi na mum reality na dia omo beye nsem hu no a ohu bedi ye no e wo my Ghana mu ayi ntumuntu fo kaza enye bibia se sa dey we happy en enye bibia se compare omo ye no me na san kwofo na sponsor wo mo
okay
San no and sponsor won because entesa unya opportunity meye sa de no
absolutely no
hwe se enya aban a ma wo kwaya menua krom ha yeti na ofiti preko pa na wakwa kugina Buckingham Palace na wu twitwa mfonini na wo ye anaso wakwa kugina ya friend say number 10 na wu twitwa mfonini na wu dense muhunu obetimi akoye sa niema no untimi akoye sa niema no abra security zone son intisa sa niema na timi akoso ama sa police fo timi ahwe national security timi ahwe ama sa niema na akoso a order from above ebi na koso intina sa de no etime koso no enye na na do time na me wo ho na yese nkofo bi say central region say takrado wo baabi wo makoye show obi ama wo mo dan kra no mu nyina police fo ko to dan ni mu a say no na ko fan nsensam intumuntu nsensam bi ba ye o so kaya aha wo mo ba e ko ho a mo police fo ko ho e ko chi wo mo ko buru bi no me na sefo e ko buru bi no me na sefo en na de e ho mra no yes e beba because nkofo no e gi din e wo man mu de o se ye hwe enu se ye be hye ho mra so enti de ko so no aye deliberate bi en sheda a o mo sheda catch o mo se o mo mra na o mo me test hot en sheda nye den enhwe na wonim ade ba kwa me ka de aka ho a e surprise emra ye ba beto aba no enkonfo mo to man mu o mo so mo ya asofo eno mo na be ka kire se Nyankopon na se dwoma ama mra wo mo na be ka kire enti de nyame ani je ho ne se dwoma ama mra no me promote bone a wo ba ye e koso bebrebe na che se sa nyame mumu nyame no so mra ye nyame kronkron a ye nim no no enye nyame kronkron na a Christopher pa ye fe na o mo Christopher no munim no no because e nyame no won hwe enipa na so won hwe leader bi se leader bi mra emema sa ne ma ne yede enkoso ensentia son enkoso fentienti no sa mumu timi bie ma no etimi aka se nyame na se wo mra no wo ba ye ensemu na akoso wo menu mu emra ye to aba ewie ye wo mo buru nkrofo de omo ye ene niema bebre akokoso na nya owie na asofo yi awohwefo yi wo mo interior minister ekomo mu protocol card bi a ese de be protocol se de ben de be card bi a wo hia de mema wo mo wo hia de wo ada wo refia na wo hia de mema wo say yes as a software adenti and was a witty and number witty special be say aban maw your friends a card emfenguta so no protocol card bi emfenguta say the baby a wona mu bia no ye be mo akọ free uyi kire ye na no ne ama wo ko free e di benta which means say bonafo samo mo na mo die because I found on beton we I found beton cookie said the baby egu can mu a will be intimi now so as a children no said the baby intimi now ne di benta as a softful I won't win ho edema inipa said the baby nipa ben ebenya hoto nipa ben na wo no kwa pa hoto edan atemamufu a wo so ye softful nya made o ma sha won sa say hwe mo so nyame do wo ma sha won sa hwe mo so wo pe obi bi special app pe bible na wo jai enwan no mo de wo mo ho no what bi da into what as a softful no oye dwan hwefo enye se enwan no wo so mo no eba be bo ho ba ye atemamufu ni ye enwan no enye yen en wo se ye ba ye be bo ho ba into no wo hawa ye wo say ye wo mu no eno ko sunsanso ebi na no ye huri ya echiwade e bo man ya nyame bible mu nyame ni chiri ba ko kese ene sa intromundu sa be koso e we ni pa brabo mu e wo dada nya afi na e ba de e wo dada nanso no so read the bible a nyame echiwade edumre bi no your friends say Lord Abraham wo fa say Lord o Sodom no Gomorrah emra nyampo mu kodi ho anyame hu se nkrofo yi koman omo boni adolf ntime baba be say wo mo no me baba be say wo mo no Abraham di maya ka because na no fa sen mo no fa sen na yire ni na busu wo mo ntime Abraham di maya say ka kuro no sanke benye otri ni mpokora ba akopɛ e wo kuro ni mu tanya ankufo catch Abraham this when you otri ni ba akopɛ mpokora wo kuro na nya de so be say kuro no because what we nyina no matter into for so it is when you train ni ba akopɛ na won say kuro no nti no eya ade nyankopɔ ani chidi kura enti so John Mahama gina ho e won campaign mu so oba ya no oba be sign e ka say tia sa de we man crofo mo so mu ye Christopher so mu ye Christopher ampa mo support sa de no e say John Mahama so oba be sign dia sofo akasi ekuhihia wo man sofo ekuhihia eba so oba ya no de no oba be sign wo be duru ya no e no be ka kire woni mu hia no be ka kire mo say oh eyine de won ti men sign sa because Ghana no kra no say enipa no parents no ana say portimamufu no say ateti nipa ni ya enya de kra say nipa no kra kon be do so mo ba kwa akọ ye kumundu ton e no be ka sa asem no e de kire asofo no enti no samotimi aba be ka kire say nya me na so ombra na say wa bampa na say abonefu sem ye kwaso dia eni say nya me no a wo kan sa asem de kire me kan kire yen na nya me kro because nya kronkron nya nkopon na ye ni mu no na me no bible na me kan no kronkron nya nkopon na me ni mu no no wo ma John Mahama me bi ade e me kan kire ayi no e ma sa ne ma fun wi eni bonefo sem wi awudi sem wi enkoso wo me ni mu wo bi a aban a wo ba wo be ka kire ye se na Akufo Addo aban eso na president wona aban ni twese ka de ko president wona wo de hwe nipa na adwumayfo na wo no 327 million a year no eso dodo e ka ho asem se eso dodo na wo bo man ne ka ma nipa jitu mu e me be ka se nya no kore wo ba na anu ya no aba na anu ye yi no no wo so wa ba be ti nipa no e wo ho ne so ama ayin agencies ya na e wo ho na Akufo Addo tam 8 agencies na se ministry and na share presidency no ase no dey say sika 327 million every wo ba yi what so am na ka 4 agencies no What 2.7 billion Ghana cedis. And the Aqua show say, what the Aqua woman now. Yalia, and you buy a yalia. When the better side we are say. And so no time I will profit you almost from me out of one. I guess I near my my family, you know, because as the kind of one who mushia, no what to take it to my wall.
I will be agent of Chafaka crack.
Yes. Womushia, no what to take it to my wall, Minoma Quapushia. Say, no. Now, no, me fly this year as a Thanksgiving service. Every day to be crowd also. Say, or move by Thanksgiving service or minimum. Meanwhile, to move to swap or minimum. Once I boniface, a win yam, or by the Yami as in Yam was about and as a dam in the Sufi. As of my opinion, what we are quite. Am I is any more thing of course so? As I am causing to moon to call my anymore and cause woman anymore. Oh, yeah. What's all I could then me as one call free? One more abba. As I Ghana for me into moon to know. What's all I could then me as one home? Nasan, dear, and one then me or pana. Into how I want to know. It will maybe a maker, Eddie Aqua see. But when me answer me, I am a course. Can you alone can make and what them they say there? Make and they found a crab out in Yamasomono. And one I the groom lady say, and for 4 can almost say, Christopher Yamasomo. Christian Ghana is a Christian country, you know. Cremonidia, Ghana phone to Abamano. One more can say, be I am who say, will be a cast of your Yana for. Minia, why Yana for the say, Yakas will be a Christian. O kwa swali nchozo yi Kristo ni. Sa o kwa swali ya enchezo yi Kristo ni obi a wasachira na adwene. Wo yi nyame asade. Nyame apede. Ene efe ni Kristo ni. Anase nyame sumu ni. Enti sa o kwa swali na se duru kwesi ada na se mu kurura swali da mu a enchezo mu ya Kristofo John Mahama. Wo ya Assemblies of God ni. As was I a president, or him as I near my way was no winner because Chen said John Mahama ni Kristo near Oyale. Who was any Papa be one of the Akabia Oyale? Almost off opinion. Almost off opinion. So when him said I find a wanga, said would there be a venga, would be visa wanga. So when him said no, Nansan knows the same, I'm on the position.
Okay.
No, Assemblies of God.
Assemblies of God for Panino, I'm on a position.
One man position or a board a deben for immigration service to deben deben. Board chairman for Ghana immigration deben deben. That's so fool. Mahama Sayana Soliban. Obey a thing and what come on for someone. Or my opinion, workers woman to move to 4 men. Obey the worker. Asɔfo yi a wosu bɛ mpani amoako ataw amoako nsɛnfo amoako nsewa ahwan ni mu ntaka akɔ mɛ mo mu protocol ayi a wɔn nam a sɛ nipa kwa no
asɛm na wɔka ne nɔkorɛ paa Stephen Wegan appointed chairman for Ghana Immigration Service government council
na sɔle panyin no wɔn na hwɛ Assemblies of God so saa papa no sɔfo no wɔn na hwɛ Assemblies of God so
Ghana for
in the same power is a better than what can John Mahama born for some wood obey the worker. Asofu your muya one man church, no, me quite the me dear, Cassia pa. And your position now win because ye were mine dear, Christopher Wakwan and Kitty rule or mine or Kwan and cat ye pay. Name and your Christian one such will be a one such a any fruit Christian. So. And one thing as I am a win air course, Boniface a mere course, woman now, Kakum Chachas on your some years of feeling that the awesome years of overcome pass as some was a meadow. Overcome as a meadow. Not omitting whom pass you, a shank of whom. Overcome into anglophone to men call Massam. Not or a bullying crop for. Bullying crop for not or might take advantage. No, with the boy. Song. No maka abaya no atum so enti no ye bibia se nipa kwa no bekun bi ahye ne kam o de kwa koye na duru amani sika abakora na police ntimi nyina no
da bi so okita protocol
card yes seka ns wo be clear free amono ne dia ba na se wo be omu be wi ade abre no a wo de beduru ne so wo yi a yemisa minimum sofo akurum ha no obo na ado abaya chi minimum sofo bi no obo na ado abaya chi wonim what the car echo far to go. You say NPP there. And we just ask for an important no. Almost some years of our wish for
Yeah.
no one pen and ad was because what the car of far to go. It will be through Ghana. No, what casting Mr. Kwesi Boafo no a public sector, reform,
reform sector, yes.
William say, one more year, I feel the war car crown, won't mean register unless they say, car or more year register for Ghana card.
Yes, of course.
Or Ghana card. Into the Canada card, the bedroom. And I'm saying that, we prefer money into no. One quack year free port to Nintendo. When Timmy and your documents obey to me, they are register. In the same power is what wow, bed the woman and I do it is all. Because of us all Bokron and another woman and Mokron.
Yeah.
Son, into Sanyama winning and a personal crop for ya. Baumia money, Ghana is a Christian country. May come as say, and yet no cry, say Ghana is a Christian country. You better say, yes, in we. Within a we. Kofi Odromo moto mo kasate ati mu said there me krom boss me fe no holos sabon sam say the holos sabon sam na koma ba no wo kasate ati mu mi me na nsan bi a wo be ka so wa send 300,000 na yeti mumo 30,000 no wo be ka sa asem no anu obo anu what is all about pacho
na bi on kan hwe oyi na ni
enso no wo so ye kristo ni wo bu na solefo no be ka che na solefo no so wo stand there and stand the course because we see a solicika and what dey is hard no into bu na solefo no so no be ka che so me ko stand there yes me ko stand there and say the course so say na ye je me why robwa wo be ka ye nkofo ka say ade na 1% ko fu bra sama wo kan so say dey ti wo 10% wo bu ano. What is what about one type of patch or there? From swimming a course. And so no, and so every day be a would not solid them with it at him. Intimania, John Mahama, the other course no, the other course woman, go from prepare or one into moon to know, and no more beshas ye, a baby didn't or more money too. Or more, that's what me a man, or my ass, or more casa. And yes, some George. Oh, yes, what ye Paris chapel, a dear Ben, and what a parliament house was. None of phones or no hint to moon to us. Well, in the same power easy, same power easy, the catcher was semi fight. Yeah, make us use one. Make us use one, and at the same time, and an animal touch it is all quite room. Let's say, who call us a buyer? Buyer, I will know to buy them a buyer. We say to me. Now we say me to me, and you obey saying to me, that buyer, and no nabo. It has a wood. Like you basically to me, no. Wood are really as ye. And it said, what is who ye are the Omuya who did the OP baby who did there? Be careful.
Yeah.
Will be into some Georgia and near Bria who did the you near back of Freya no church and near Memono. Oh, Freya no ye the din and the church says something behind him. I was shed and warrior who did it. I quite could do a bosom of Minia. I said, we are so full. Now could you know bosom was what? Bosom in the mouth quite. Send your bear. What about the more one thing? Why agree with you? Said the bear about the more one thing. Mango for whom say because one now about. So do we are now do I said that no about a patch or that's a idea. Some George, no, no. Do what you Musa? Now me who say, I said the all fight here.
Yeah.
Now I said the all fight here. And so no share chile. And one of your Mahama intimate career and call for so many so one padia. And then it's not as who's been panning or palm woman in one woman or Muma Bonte Casa Nintia say your Mahama or the Museo Bowman. So Mamma Casadia. You move so for neck. Watching a copy in Yamabua 2028. No, ye did bow me about the 2 when that was in RAZ Media.
Try so over Taba, why me? You're frozen.
Yo, huh?
You're frozen.
Then, let them watch East London Communication Officer, East London Chapter MPP Communication Officer.
Oh, cool. I'll call you later near Dinko.
Yo, Martin, bye.
Yeah, we are watching and I attend East London. I am MPP and then Casado. Abusian 4 NT show no coso. I hire RAZ Media GH. Abusian 4. Miss Sansi Canada Agyapong Jr. on Facebook. I'm trying to change my name on Facebook, but I don't know why Facebook is not allowing me to change. I try. I don't know what to do anymore. But I'm going to change my name. I don't want to be associated with any evil. And Tiabusia, Madam Munya say, phone calls no, make me for another 5 minutes call. What person from to me after? Aye, near Gusania, yeah, Juma. But they acquire back a Siabama Mimia Evans and Kama Kofi. Aye, I see most Ghanaian pastors are disgrace to the Christianity. Samson Mimia Kofi appear say the caller or say he is called Stephen Wenger. And Tiane, as some for a PMO and said, John Mahama appointed on one casa, not sorry penny. Hey, Papa, we are wicked. Papa, we need to madro. Papa, need to make soon. What teacher appointment, not chicha, kwa chibi the amon, one casa, not sorry penny. I friend Stephen Wenger. Hey, I ask him, me a coffee. Me da was say, Samson Yemia Osei and Tony. That is Tony May Enterprise. Tony May Enterprise. Ewo Cantamanto. And I'm a boy. Say Cantamanto. Yes, a Cantamanto. Tony May Enterprise or Cantamanto. Leather, papa. Leather, Italian made leather. The other by a car seat. A diamond kunya. Ubert, Pabua. Se ope original leather. Aye Italian media. Ubet media ye adie bi aye de leather ye de no ane Tony May Enterprise ewo Cantamanto. Oko na oko pharmacy nche wana ka se wo hwe sister Mary a ye be kire wo kwan na wo hu ba bia shop no wo kodi udwa kama na wo de abodwuma na wo de boa ye nwian so no nso no watu ne ho asi wo se leather business e na obeye exportation from Italy to Ghana. Eti Tony May Enterprise ewo Cantamanto de eho and your number one leather goods for your production. I will say higher RAZ Media GH. Meso say oh video no na wo like video no ka ho. Unyan share ya meso say share. On comment ya so meso say comment because who be here so be comment. Unyan subscribe so na masira say subscribe. Said the be ya me ba live for benya link ubenya notification. Ubenya enfan say amanebo say maba. Now so be join near the show na bro ene ye be kasa fa John Mahama ho Sam George Professor Jampo ene Hana Bishu omo ho ensem ene de be go abonten na me ka asem we na ma twa se call bi be ba mo na ma chire wa mo ye Kennedy Agyapong no Kennedy no vote no munya de mo ye na e mo amokora no Kennedy no vote for no munya de mo ye na e mo amo. The premises na ye kwa akoto no. The only person ye ko hwe na ti akwan akoto aba e de amano ene Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia. Ya ton na wie Ghana fo agina tum. Wi asia mansan nyina agina tum. Enya afe ni ye ko fa papa bi aba. Na obetienten ayen. Oba no mi osika e na momo ni sika. Dabi. Ye fa papa wo nyansa ne nimde. Now better bebu ya man na kama man because 2028 victory no e unstoppable. Abusianfo me de bubesi ya na said the tie bia na ochena Yankopon pe na ode ahodren e ma ye na ye be san aba na ye ne mo abedi nkomo. Be like ne dem so se koso na like video no mame. Na video no ntumi ko na nim. Until we meet again abusia. Adios. Makra mu nyina.